Hello, I'm a Spanish native who has been learning English for more than 3 years, Japanese for 14 months, and I'm a collection in Italy. These two hobbies are why I wanted to use discipline to language learning. I've been thinking about this, and honestly, I'm way more intelligent than 3 years ago, which was when I started learning English. If I wasn't, it would be a problem. And one of the causes for this, I think, is language learning, so I'll give you my reasons about why I think it makes you more intelligent. If we define intelligence by speed of learning and we define learning by new behavior under the same conditions, which literally means your ability to change how smart you are. If you fractured your arm yesterday for some reason and the next day you fractured the other arm, it means that you haven't changed behavior under the same conditions, which literally means that you are not intelligent. And this defines almost every situation. You could say as well that intelligence is your ability to adapt to new situations. Well, it's the same. If you're able to change behavior under the same condition quicker than the last time, then it means that you have adapted and you're more intelligent than before. Yes, learning a language actually does make you less stupid. My first 2 years of learning in English were actually not that great because it was the first language that I was learning, and for that reason it was actually pretty challenging for my IQ. In most of the cases you have to adapt to a new culture depending on the language, you have to understand jokes in another language, you have to understand whole different grammar systems, and with Japanese right now, for example, which its grammar is literally totally different from English and Spanish, believe me, your speed of learning actually does improve. Another thing I started noticing like 2 months ago was accepting things as they are. You don't question if Japanese has 2 alphabets and on top of that has a totally different writing system that could actually replace the other 2 alphabets if the person who created Japanese wanted it to be that way. If you don't have a leg and you're discapacitated, maybe it's an extreme example, but I think that those persons will actually start accepting more their disabilities, because at some point you just have to accept that you're discapacitated and you can't do nothing about it, even if you want to. But life has not ended yet, and you can do other things that will improve your overall experience in your life, like this awesome man called Robert Greene. Again, yes, you get better at the skill of learning languages on top of just being less dumb. For example, if you have learned a language before, you already know how the process works and the steps that you need to follow in order to actually learn a language. So mostly what you will notice is the capacity of learning vocabulary and adapting to new grammar, because you start getting good at the skill of understanding context of the content that you're watching or the situation you're in, having probably just a 20 to 40% comprehension. And if you understand more context, of course, you will learn vocabulary faster and adapt to new patterns of grammar quicker. What this means, and this is something that could motivate you, is that the more you just keep learning the language, the easier it will be. So if you're right now learning Japanese, because I mostly do content related to a language, don't get demotivated because you're reading really slow or your listening doesn't get better. Just keep going, because the more you do it, the easier it is. That's it for the video. Be sure to give me a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to have more discipline language learning friends. Thank you very much.